It is not raining anymore, which is nice. Ooh, hold on. Let's get that exposure down. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome into the video. And today we are going to be mowing. It's the first mow after the overseed, and it's looking pretty good. Check this out. This area right here had that weed and feed that I put last year, and look how much different that is. Look at that. You see that? That versus that. That? Huh? Huh. Anyway, but not only are we going to just go ahead and mow, we're going to try to clean up this area. So we got the mulch around here, and we got weeds that we got to take care of. Got to take care of all of them. Look at that. All those weeds. So, and then once we knock those weeds down, we're going to spray something to keep them down. We're just going to transform this area. So this is going to hopefully be a decent little transformation video. But speaking of that, check out this concrete slab. Looks pretty gray, I know. Looks pretty clean. Father's Day though, it wasn't. So I got a time lapse for you guys while I grab all the tools. There's a time lapse of me pressure washing this, so enjoy that real quick. And when you come back, we're gonna be ready to mow. Let's do it. All right, welcome back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that time lapse. But now we got our mower. We'll call her Susan. Hello, Susan. And let's start getting to work. So again, hopefully you guys like that pressure washing time lapse. I kind of enjoy those things. I binge on that stuff sometimes. So let's get to it. Let's get to work. It's about 6 o'clock, so I only got a couple hours to go. So this might be a multi-part, but let's do it. All right, y'all. Let's get to work. I also got a new blade on this, so I'm excited to see how it cuts. Hopefully I didn't put it on backwards. Like I said last video though, it's kind of impossible to put it on backwards, but we'll see. I need a battery. Here we go. These things add another freaking bajillion pounds. I'm just joking, not too much. All right, so let's see how it looks. I'm excited. Let's go. kind of defining the lines, because now it's just about upkeep. Just trimming it. I don't know if you guys can see the difference. I can see the difference, but now it's about taking care of these weeds. So I don't know, I'm debating if I should just spray them, let them die, or should I weed eat them. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray them. I think I'm going to just spray them, let them die. Except these areas right here, some grass is growing through the rocks, all that stuff. So all those weeds, this stuff right here needs to get taken out. So I kind of trim down the weeds in this area, and then I'm going to spray it. Once I blow this area out, I'm going to spray it. But I have a weed killer safe for lawns, so it should be able to take care of that stuff. And then that's the next project over there. Let's not talk about what's going on over there. We'll do that in the second video, but we're just going to focus on this area, because this is going to be my chill area. I want this to be a blank canvas when I'm done with it, and just continue taking care of the lawn, you know. See, told you I'm not good at any lines, but right now, and not all of it is to 3 inches yet, so I can imagine like once it's all to 3 inches, it's gonna, see, this area right here is looking nice and healthy. That area, you see, look at this though. You see the difference in green from where I did the weed and feed last year in I think it was August. So, and then all that area right here, just, you know, got some really green patches coming along here. All right, so I don't know exactly what's going on with my camera, but apparently it's having trouble recording when I press this button. So I'm just going to be pressing on top of here. But quick question for you guys. Should I cut this or let it grow out? Look at that. Look at that forehead. All right, so I already started on this area right here. So I'm going to finish this area up, and we're going to go ahead and blow everything out and start the mulching. Let's go. Hopefully it doesn't fucking stop on me. Let's get closer. Let's get you guys closer. We're going to kill these things right there. So, yeah, let's get those things right there. So, not a good idea to do that on top of rocks, to weed eat on top of rocks. We're under fire. Let's finish up that area. All right. So that's part of, I'm assuming that's part of the apple tree right there. We need to redo this fence. There's a lot of projects going on here. Ooh, look at this. So I was just testing out my pressure washer on my house, and yeah, I got an extension on my pressure washer, extension nozzle on my pressure washer, so I'm going to be doing that. That's for sure. That's going to be fun. I like that stuff, like you saw in the earlier little time lapse. So let's get this stuff all blown out to this area. We're going to blow everything out here, and then just let it all travel down that way. And you see that big mess? That is my cleanup. And I'm letting that overgrow, because we're going to tackle that next. Not today, but yeah, next. So let's dive right into blowing this stuff out and get into it. So let's go. All right, so we're done with that, and now it's time to, yeah, get to mulching, or get to tossing the mulch. Let me go grab my rake and my little bin, and then we'll get to work. Shit, what time is it? I don't even know what time it is, but we're making good time. I think we're making good time. So we're gonna tackle this area, then we're gonna kind of go over that area. Depending on what time it is though, by the time I'm done with this area will be depending, so let's get to work. We're at the last bits on this one. Just that last leg right there. And then we are pretty much, you know, pretty much cleaned the canvas. And now it's time to start drawing the picture of what we really want this space to be. So anywho, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I was planning on just chatting and eating, but to be honest with you, I need to put the sprinklers back, and so that way I can turn it on tomorrow morning. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Let's go. Yo, welcome back. Good afternoon again. And we are gonna finish this up. Gonna finish that mulch, but let's take it in real quick. Even though the lawn's not perfect, it's not even close. It's just a lot better and things are cleaner. It kind of reminds me of when I first moved in. The grass was a lot healthier still than this, but it feels nice. So let's take a breath real quick. Enjoy the work. Got to enjoy the work that we do before we embark on finishing everything else up. And then I'm excited because we get to move on to the next project, and that's fun. This is gonna be fun. But yeah, just taking it in. All right, enough taking it in. Let's get to work. So we will be getting all this stuff raked up first. I want to get everything raked up and put in a bin before I start tossing stuff. Let's get to action. Let's do a time lapse, and then after all this, we're gonna do some before and after highlights, which I think is gonna be pretty cool. So let's get to business. Alright, so apparently I got in the zone and I just started going to town and cleaning up everything. Totally forgot I was filming. So yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and finish cleaning up the rest of that stuff. I don't think you guys need to see it. Then we're gonna, you know, do some highlights of the before and after. You know, be proud of our work. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you guys so much for joining this this journey of mine. Thank you guys so much for the subscriptions, the likes, the comments, just sharing all the love, man. I really appreciate it. And if so far you like what you're seeing and you're enjoying the content, and you feel like you want to join the community, go for it. I'm starting to become more active in the community posts, and we are a new channel and we got a lot of milestones to hit to continue offering more stuff to our viewers and the rest of our community. I'm sorry that I can't put chapters in the videos right now because I don't have 1,000 subscribers, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Just one day at a time, one project at a time. We're gonna get there. So, I'm happy. I'm happy. All right, fam. We are pretty much done. And I kind of got ahead of myself and I just started cleaning and forgetting that I was filming and stuff. But we got it done. Zone 3 is now pretty much transformed into somewhat what it used to be when I first moved in, and that's awesome because now it's just about upkeep. The most important part is upkeep, because if I don't keep up with it, it's gonna get back to the way it used to be, and I don't want that. I love the feeling that it's done for now, and now it's just about mowing and watering and preparing for the summer. So speaking of the summertime, now that we're transitioning into the summer, before we do the before and after highlights of today's video, I want to talk about a couple things that I've learned, that some of you who are very new to lawn care like I am, I feel that this is a very important thing that shouldn't be overlooked. And the one thing is, as you're getting into the seasons and you're trying to figure out what you need to do or what you can do, you definitely have to check your soil temps. Now you can go to websites, and I'll have a link of a website below that will give you a general gist of what the soil temps should be. But having either a soil thermometer or even a meat thermometer, this one is an infrared thermometer that has a spike to it. And checking your soil temps is very, very important, and something I overlooked in the very beginning. And now that I have researched a bunch, because it was rainy last week and it's going to be raining for the next 2 days, that's why I had to get done with this today. I didn't want to stall anymore. The rain has been good and bad for many reasons. So number one is checking your soil temps. And right now, let's check my soil temp since we're already here. So we're going to go ahead and turn it on. And you want to get it into the soil about 2 inches. So currently right now, I am at 72 degrees, 71 degrees. That is very important because between cool season grass, based on professionals' reports that I have read, between 50 to 65 degrees, I believe it is when the growing and the germinating happens. So now that I'm sitting in more warmer temperatures, that means the root development is going to slow for the summer season. And for cool season grass, if we don't keep up with it, it's going to go dormant really fast. It's going to go dormant very fast. So checking the temperatures really is helping me understand what to expect from my lawn. Also, making sure that depending on your moisture levels, watch out for disease. In this area, fungus is a big thing. I actually found mushrooms growing, and that's not good, so I need to treat it. So that's one thing that I also learned is disease and what disease looks like and kind of how to treat it and what to look out for and what not to do. So now that we got a base canvas done, it's just about maintaining it and trying to keep it alive during the summer, because my goal is to try to keep it green. Now here's the problem that I'm going to face that I didn't realize in the beginning, but it makes a lot of sense. Since I overseeded in the spring, these new seeds, the new grass, is going to now have to work really hard to survive through the summer. And now that I'm obviously expanding my research and just kind of experiencing it all here, it makes a lot of sense why the preferred season to overseed is fall. Now there's a lot of people that overseed during the spring if you can catch it at the right time and able to develop the roots. But from what I've researched, even if you get it in early spring and it's doing great, once the summer hits, it's gonna be struggling. So, and if you fertilize too much or you fertilize at the wrong time, it can really put a lot of stress on it. So now it's just, to me, I am gonna fertilize here with Milorganite, which is gonna be a slow release, low nitrogen organic fertilizer, which is gonna help for the fact that it's slow release. It's not gonna dump a crap load of nutrients there, and hopefully it's not gonna stress the grass too much. And this is all from great research. Now, 2 channels I'm actually getting a lot of my info from, and they've been great with information, entertainment, just they're great content creators in general, and that's Yardbrah and Lawn Life. I'll type down their names in the description, but I've been watching a lot of them, and they've really helped me just watching through the process, just kind of gathering the information and seeing it now live, seeing it now. I'm starting to understand because of the experience. So that's huge. So 1, check your soil temps. Other thing that I'm going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and get my soil tested. But yeah, let's do it, before and after. Let's go. See you guys on the next one, because we got another hefty project that's gonna be way bigger than this on the other side of the lawn. So see you guys on the next one.